Morning, my name's Esther, and I'm just going to share with you a little bit of my story this morning. I grew up in Lowestoft. I still live here now. I'm part of London Road Baptist Church. I grew up with a really lovely family. I'm part of Christ Church in Lowestoft, and my parents are Christians, and so they just brought me up to always be aware that there is more to life than sometimes you might see around you, and to be aware of the spiritual and to be aware of God's connection with me. I'd say as a child, I sort of just absorbed that and accepted it. And then, as you do, as you get a bit older, as you become a teenager, you start to question it all, don't you? And you start to make your own decisions. And I would say I had some significant moments in my late teens where I was questioning and wondering and trying to work out what life is about and what's my purpose and why am I here, and just had experiences where I felt the truth and the presence of Jesus with me, and a specific, I guess, direction being given to me for my life, where I really felt like, yes, that's what I'm called to do. I really believe that that we're created. I really believe, as I look at the world, that there's flaws in all of us that we need to be saved from. And when I hear the story of Jesus and the fact that God became a person and just lived and sacrificed himself so that we could be free from ourselves, free from our demons, free from our curses and just all of our flaws, and that he just broke the power of all of that, that just has resonated with me. And although I've questioned it, I knew that it's part of my life to follow that and explore that and keep going with it. And so now I am, so many years on, I am a chaplain at London Road Baptist Church, and I head up the town centre chaplaincy team. But I think that my story would be one of living on a journey where I've come to discover the reality of the divine, the reality of Jesus's presence living with me and changing me. Like, I've had moments where I've just known things because the Spirit, God's Spirit, has given me that insight. I've had times of massive trauma in life, like miscarriage and depression and all sorts of things that go on through life. But I've known God's comfort through people, through the church, through praying and meditating and connecting with him outside of myself, and finding comfort and truth from him. And I would just say to anybody who's just living their normal life, like my life has been pretty normal, pretty standard, that to do it without knowing the deeper purpose of why you're here is like, it must be so hard. I've discovered, I guess, who I am, why I'm here, what my particular role is. I'm being helped to get over myself, to become more in tune with what I'm here to do, to become a better person, because we're all flawed and we're all selfish, and in the end, we all sort of want it to be about us. But I just think that I've discovered my role here. I've discovered what my purpose is. I know that I'm forgiven for my past mistakes, and any ones I make in the future, do you know what? I'm going to be forgiven for them as well. I know that I'm living trying to be in tune with who the Creator is, the source of life, and I know that I'm empowered now to be part of making this world a better place, because that's what we're all called to do. We're called to be empowered in that. So I would say to anybody, don't be cynical, keep exploring, because there's such truth in the Jesus stories, there's such truth in the traditions. Like slack religion, we're not really interested in that, but we're interested in the life that comes through knowing Jesus, and the truth that you get when you connect with God, and you pray and you invite him to take hold of your life. Like, I don't want to have to work out my life on my own. I'm going to make loads of mistakes. So the truth of knowing that guidance and that presence is just something that I just would recommend to anybody who's trying to work out life. So that's my story, and thanks for listening. Bye.